Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan kitchen. It's the end of Veganuary almost. So, yeah.
For real this time.
Yeah. So today we're going to be trying out a gluten-free loaf of bread recipe. And if you're vegan and gluten-free, you know how sad it is. So, you know how important it is to find a delicious loaf of spongy, not rock hard bread, because most of the gluten-free breads that are out there use eggs to achieve their softness. This one is no different, but today we're going to be using Just Egg as the egg. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that this turns out. This is more of like a experiment. So we'll see what happens, but I have not used brown rice flour a lot in the recent past. When I first was gluten-free a while ago, I used brown rice flour in my flour mix, and then I said, you know what, why am I trying to reinvent the wheel? Why don't I just go and get like this already one-for-one flour substitute for gluten-free, you know, to get gluten-free flour. I didn't really like it. It was too generic. Now I'm kind of going back to the brown rice flour, and I have to say it's really delivering in a lot of my baked goods. It's pretty good. So today is a brown rice loaf of bread. I've got my brown rice flour already in the bowl here. Don't worry about measurements or ingredients. Most of them will be in the info box below. I'm sure you guys will help me figure out which ones I forgot to put in there.
Oops.
There's lots going on here, so I appreciate when you guys point things out to me like that, because I want it to be accurate. So thank you in advance. Brown rice flour doesn't taste like too much, so we got to flavor it a little bit. We're going to use some of this coconut sugar. This is also going to help your yeast rise as well. So we're going to put a little coconut sugar for flavor in there. Basically what we're going to do here is whisk together all of our dry ingredients first, because we're using psyllium husk, which is also going to make it springy. That's like going to be the gluten. You don't want this to be not mixed in, because it's going to make a big like jello shot in there. You don't want that. So we have psyllium husk, also known as psyllium fiber, I believe. You can buy it at the supermarket, like in the health food section. We have some xanthan gum, some sea salt, some baking powder. Yeah, I think that's everything. And some yeast. So this is all of our dry ingredients. And we're just gonna, yes, I have my Danish bread making whisk here.
Whoa, fancy.
Which is really cool. I got this for Christmas, I think last year. And it works great. It's really good for dough. Highly recommend. I saw it on Instagram, but did not buy on Instagram. I got it cheaper on Amazon. But it, when you get the dough situation happening, you know how hard it is to get things out of a whisk. This mixes so nicely, and you don't have to like dig all the dough out. Much better. So now we're going to add our liquids. They recommend vegetable oil. I don't use vegetable oil. I don't buy it. I'm going to use some Evu, because also this is going to flavor the bread. If you put a flavorless oil in the bread, your bread is going to be flavorless. So if you put some Evu in there, it's going to have a little more flavor. So we're going to do the oil. We're also going to do some Just Egg. This is 2 eggs worth of Just Egg. And Just Egg, Maddie pointed out to me, is not certified gluten-free. It's gluten-free, I suppose, but it is not made on equipment, I guess, you know, that
is exclusively gluten-free. Yeah. So we just want to make sure if you
are celiac.
Yeah, if you have issues like just even with contamination.
Cross-contamination.
Yeah.
Don't use the Just Egg. I believe you can get away with using 2 flax eggs. That will work as well. I thought I saw in the comments of the recipe. but I just wanted to be fancy and use the Just Egg.
Yeah.
And now we're going to put in 1 3/4 cups of water. The Just Egg should be room temperature, and the water should be slightly warm. Ours is not, but we're going to put it in a proof oven. So, yeah. But don't make your water too hot, like I did when I made my first loaf of bread, and it turned out like a flat turd, so you don't want to kill your yeast. So this is going to be a mess. This is not going to be one of those beautiful doughs that are smooth, and no, it's going to be a pretty much pasty mess, but that's okay because it's gluten-free. And that's how we want it.
It's all going to work out in the end.
It's going to work out in the end. Just get it as smooth as you can. This is great, this whisk. Oh my goodness.
We'll check back in when we're a little closer to the consistency we're looking for.
We're almost there, actually. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this into our loaf pan. They recommend using metal. I don't have a metal loaf pan. We have this glass one. I think the only reason why they wanted that is because they were afraid that it was going to stick to the glass. But I'm using crumply parchment paper in here. So it's not going to stick. But let's get this in here. Yeah.
Yep, plop.
And we're going to try and smooth out the top as nicely as possible. I might wet my hands a little bit so that it doesn't stick, and I can get a nice flat surface on the top.
Wow.
Actually, we could probably take it out of here and try and make it a little more pretty.
Whoa. You didn't even need to use your hands.
No, whoops. Oh, we had a rip. There we go.
Wow. Beautiful.
Right. I'm going to trim this with my scissors around just so that it's not sloppy. We're going to put this in a non-drafty place and let it rise for at least an hour, and we'll be back. And it's many hours later. What is it, like 2.5 hours later? Almost.
Yeah.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
We had things going on.
I let it rise for more than an hour because the liquids that I used weren't room temperature or warm, so I just extra let it proof in the oven. So it rose to this level, almost to the top of the dish. So I just turned on my oven to preheat to 350. It's going to go in for about 50 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Who knows? You have to check it.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know how long it actually took. And I'm using a glass dish, and in the recipe they used a metal one, so you got to adjust the times a little bit. But we'll see you in about an hour. I'm going to pop this in. It's not ready yet. Lucy said, don't you put that in yet. The thing didn't go off. It's not the right temperature.
Well, we'll be back once it's baked.
Right. All right, guys, we're back. I let it cool for, what, about an hour and a half-ish? I don't know. It's kind of flat.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had had a
taller pan.
Maybe. Or doubled the recipe. I don't know. But, you know.
Let's see how it tastes, though.
Let's see what it looks like on the inside.
Not great. But not the worst.
I mean, I think you'd have to toast it. It seems a little wet.
Yeah. Why don't you take a bite of it like that, and then we'll toast some.
All right.
Bowie. What do you think?
Not horrible.
Okay. It smells like bread. Yeah, it's kind of mushy. The taste is good though.
Let's toast the slice.
Yeah, I really like the taste.
Yeah, the taste is nice.
Alright, we'll be back in a minute.
And we're back.
Yay!
We don't usually do the taste test together, but Mark just came home, so.
I have to say, although the texture is off with it untoasted, the taste, really delicious.
Look who just ate like 3 slices.
It's very good.
The taste is really good.
Yeah, so let's try it toasted. Ugh, ignore my mummy hands. It's so dry here.
I need some chapstick. My lips
Okay, it's better toasted, texture-wise. Again, taste spot on.
Phenomenal.
And that's without any butter or anything.
The butter's even better. Like I can put some butter on there.
Not bad.
But you can't make a sandwich with it.
Not with that. Too small. Unless you just cut, like, this is your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a bit much, though.
Like a giant ciabatta.
Gotta cut it the right way.
A full loaf Sammy. Lucy's like...
I mean, if you sliced it very carefully this way, you can get pretty thin a slice. And it's like pretty... You know?
Yeah. Just have a little more in us.
Try some butter.
So, I think it's definitely worth playing around with.
Yeah, it's not a home run, but it's at least a double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're on our way.
Yeah, all right, that's a good way of looking at it. I'll post the original website with the original recipe in the info box below. Let us know if you give it a try or if you tried it already. And
come back for more.
Come back.
Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time,
Much love.